Today we're taking a quick look at helicopters in Aerofly FS4. As you might expect, the controls are identical to MSFS and X-Plane with a joystick. In terms of how it feels closer to X-Plane than MSFS. Helicopters in MSFS feel a little bit easy, a little bit simple to control. Whereas in Aerofly you have that sort of asymmetry, that rotation when you take off. And there's a noticeable change in handling between low speed, high speed, low altitude and high altitude as well. For example, when you're at low speed your rudder will do most of the turning, but at higher speeds you'll be banking more like an airplane. Strangely enough, I found it easier to hover in Aerofly than I ever did in MSFS or X-Plane, although of course once you get close to the ground it's still incredibly tricky to land it without kind of sliding backwards or forwards. So after we've taken a look at some of the basic handling that you're watching in this clip here, I'm going to show you some clips from a short flight where you'll get an idea of how it behaves in the air and some of the automation that's available that you probably haven't seen in MSFS and has never been particularly great in X-Plane either. So unlike MSFS helicopters, or at least the ones I've flown, the helicopters in Aerofly by default have an autopilot which supports lateral and vertical modes. So they can quite comfortably hold altitude and nav path. They've got a vertical speed hold mode, although you do have to press altitude hold when you reach your selected altitude. The behaviour when it's changing heading is also really predictable and safe as well, so you can definitely use this to fly from A to B at low altitude for a little bit of sightseeing. A feature you also might not have seen in MSFS helicopters is the ability to follow an ILS. So helicopters in Aerofly will follow both a localizer, as you can see here, and a glide slope. Although, of course, because the dynamics are slightly different, the autopilot will disengage either below 100 feet or below about 70 knots, so after that you'll have to take over manually for landing. So as we watch my attempt at a manual landing here, I hope you enjoyed this quick look at helicopters in Aerofly FS4 and you found it useful. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to drop a like or subscribe for regular flight sim and Aerofly content. Take care and I'll see you next time.